Good morning, good afternoon, good evening from wherever you are watching the world. My name is Sean Driver, and this is the Red Horde. Something a little different. Starving for some football attention, maybe. Gonna step outside of the Wrexham bubble and talk about the Gold Cup, that is the Concacaf Gold Cup quarterfinal playoff series that happened today, USA and Canada. There was some controversy, kind of want to go over it, and maybe get an unbiased opinion. You know, you turn on the rose-colored glasses, you're a little biased. I'm a Canadian. I think the Canadians got robbed, but I'll let you guys see. I'm curious as to what other Wrexhamites who may not have a stake in the game, or even those that were down in the United States and also Wrexham supporters, feel about this one, because I think that there was a blown call in the first half and Canada got jobbed out of a penalty. And really, there was another one earlier on where Richie Larea got tripped up, but a little less contentious, and I can see why it wasn't given. But I think that there should have been 3 penalties in the game, and there was only one. It ended up Canada lost in penalty kicks at the end, but I want to know your thoughts. So, welcome to the Red Horde. Just to set the table, this is July 9th, and in the Gold Cup, the Concacaf Championship, the quarterfinals were played today. The United States and Canada meeting in the quarterfinals, neither team putting forward their top squads. These are clearly their B squads. The teams meeting a little bit earlier than normal. Typically in CONCACAF, you see Mexico, the United States, Canada meeting in some combination in the semifinals, usually with one other team. It can be Panama, it could be Costa Rica, Jamaica, Guatemala, Honduras. Those are the sorts of other teams that sort of fill the fourth team, but it's clearly a 3-team competition as it is. The reason they played in the quarterfinals, well, Canada dropped the ball in group play, to be honest. Had draws against Minos Guadeloupe and then Guatemala, and so even with the Cuba win, we finished second in the pool, and that lined us up with the Americans. So not a big deal. Step out, do the thing. And the referee, Marco Ortiz Nava of Mexico, and I'm going to say did not like the job that he did. Can anticipate in CONCACAF, they let a little bit go. The pushes, the knocks, compared to what I've seen from UEFA, from the CONMEBOL, from what happens in Asia, they let the play go. It's a little bit rougher. Call it the imposition of hockey or gridiron football, maybe. I don't know, but they're not easily given. In any event, late, there's 49th minute, the 10th minute of extra time. There was 10 minutes because the referee had concussion protocol because he ended up taking a pretty good, decent shot to the nose. And so in the final waning minutes, you've got a corner kick into the box, and the handball, not so much an issue. We'll go through it, but I think where the issue is the push in the back was just, I say, soft as butter. So I'm going to let this run largely. Here you can see Ortiz running to the VAR to check for a handball.
A potential handball. Looks to be Miles Robinson, whose arm came out.
And I agree, there's really no issue with the handball. It's there, it's definitive. There's a play towards the net from the ball. I think you have to call that. But where I'm looking is, look at the American player number 6 and the push in the back that he gets. You'll get another angle later. And in a couple of seconds here, what you'll see is they'll wind it back a little bit so where you can actually see what they call that push in the back. About here it is. And so you see that there. I don't think it's a significant push with any force. I think he just sort of bent over. I don't think it had any influence on the play. I don't think he was going to make a play on the ball, catch it from the other angle when it happens. I just find that to be so soft. And to say that they offset such that, because what the referee ultimately concluded is that there was a push in the back, and because that push in the back preceded the handball, that the foul that was given for the push in the back needed to be such that the Americans got a free kick. If that's what constitutes a foul, any set piece, corner kick, free kick, that level of pushing and shoving is commonplace in every football match that exists out there, and I just thought it was unfortunate. I thought Canada got robbed from an opportunity to go up 1-0 heading into halftime. I mean, who knows what could have happened? Additional pressure from the US, still a whole second half to play, but both teams scored 2 goals. And as far as being an international fan of Wrexham, this game actually mattered to international fans. Not so much for the United States, given their FIFA ranking, but for Canadians, we know that hovering around that top 50 in the world mark is significant and important as far as trying to get Canadians to get able to play in England. The new governing body to endorse post-Brexit requires that players play for national teams that are ranked higher than number 50 in order to get sufficient points in order to get their visas to play in England and Wales. So as far as the dream of having a Canadian dress for Wrexham, being in that top 50 goes a long way to ensure that that may eventually become a dream or a reality. And international games against teams that are ranked higher than you are massive to win. It would have been a coup as far as points were concerned. It would have made the pathway for Canadian players to get into Wrexham more of a dream for guys like me. And so watching that frustrated me. And I'm curious what your thoughts are. Am I off my rocker? Do you think that was a foul by the Canadian pushing number 6 in the back? Or was that just a handball and Canada should have got its penalty? I'm curious. Let me know.